maybe it's our chance. But either way, you showed me how to reach for the best of myself. It's all good when you show the way. Yeah.
Just like that, we have a room again. Feels great to have this space back and usable and open and clean. Just in time to start making a mess elsewhere.
It's all good, 'cause I found the best of myself. Yeah.
It is a nice day out here. It hasn't rained in a few days, so everything is nice and dry. I'm very excited because today we are getting up onto the big roof and we are actually gonna start installing these roof panels, these giant 38-foot pieces of tin that really want to bend and flex, and if they bend and flex, it could really ruin our day. So we've got to, one, figure out a way to get those panels up on top of the roof, and then two, get them all installed. Hopefully by the end of the day. It's not very windy right now, even though the leaves are starting to flutter right now. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up, because if it does, this job could be impossible. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Wish us luck.
All right, you got a system in place?
I don't know. No, but we're gonna try.
Okay.
I stayed all the other day, been floating with my head down. Don't know if I made a stay. Took pride in a fleeting dream.
I think we have the panel backwards. We do. Our fin edge is gonna go that way. Like once we get it up here, we just hoist it straight up. There's not enough room to spin it around behind the house, so let's go back.
Okay, take two.
I was able to successfully tape up all of the openings here on the back of the house, the intake and exhaust for the furnace, and I've shut the furnace off. And then the fart fan exhaust opening was just wide open. And now our wasp friends are pissed. There's 1,000 of them and they are all frantically trying to get inside and they can't. So luckily this is right where we have to rig up and lift up these panels, is right where all of these pissed off wasps are. So let's hope none of us get stung.
If a guy does ever cross here, they were trying into little knots. It is possible, I know. It's not too late. If a guy does ever cross here, they were trying into little knots. It is possible, I know. It's not too late.
All right, the first panel is definitely the hardest. It's the one where they have to problem solve all the little kinks, work everything out, figure out how to make it work for the next like 30 panels. They're all up there on the roof, and so far nobody has gotten hurt, which is all I really care about. And they are slowly figuring out their process.
Oh, all right, we have got 6 panels up here. I think I ordered 28 panels, and I think we needed 27 or something like that. So not exactly sure if we have the right number of panels, but that's what we've got done so far. 6 panels. Grayson and I are running down, cutting the little fin edge, folding it over, picking up the panel, just Grayson and I, which is difficult with 2 people. Carrying it all the way up here, we throw it on the ropes, then I run up and Brandon and I hoist it up onto the roof. We bring it over and set the panel down and screw it down. We've got a good system. We're going pretty quick, but Sadly, I still think this is probably gonna take us like a day and a half. So here's Grayson and I carrying a 38-foot panel. It's really nice because we haven't, I don't want to jinx us, but we haven't like bent or kinked or damaged any of these panels by carrying them or hoisting them up onto the roof. But what did happen is the stack of panels down there in the driveway, I ran over the very, very corner with the skid steer one day. So we've got about 4 or 5 panels that have some interesting defects, and we're trying to work around those. We only have 1 extra panel, even though it was probably a couple $100. I ordered an extra panel just in case. So the worst panel we can junk, and the other like 3 or 4 that are pretty bad, we're gonna have to try to make do with. So now we gotta hoist this up. By the end of the day, I'm going to have climbed this ladder up and down like 45 times, and that's exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back out there. We're gonna cut the ends on the next panel. Grayson's gonna do that, and I'm gonna help him carry it up here. We'll start installing the next piece. The good news is it's only 2 o'clock, and we're like more than 3/4 of the way done. So I think we have like 6 panels, 7 panels left. And then we'll be done with the big panels, and that will be a big achievement.
Every day.
Dude.
Get those damn chipmunks.
No, bro. The whole, all the way in there is like this big.
Really?
There's like a friggin' badger in there, I bet.
Don't stick your face in it. It's gonna come out and eat you.
We need a game camera.
Some days we're just running around like crazy and do not have time to prep or to cook. And that's when I love Cook Unity. And today's video is sponsored by Cook Unity. Today I'm making curried grilled chicken with spiced cauliflower made by Dustin Taylor, one of their high quality chefs. Cook Unity provides a wide variety of restaurant quality food from award-winning chefs delivered straight to your door at a fraction of the cost and time you're spending now. Wow, that smells great. Our experience with Cook Unity has been amazing. Not only is dinner easier and faster, but it's ready in minutes, it's always delicious, and it feels great to support local chefs and suppliers. And they offer commitment-free subscriptions, so you can pause or cancel your deliveries anytime. If you haven't checked them out yet, now is the perfect time. You can click our link in the description below or go to cookunity.com/Trent Allie or use code Trent and Allie before checkout to get 50% off your first order. Thanks again to Cook Unity for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna dig in and get back to it.
All right, well, today we are actually getting another special delivery from Roofer's Supply. These boxes down here, those ones right there on the truck, those are actually the panels for the whole deck roof. So now we have the panels almost completely installed on the main roof up top. We have like 3 or 4 left, and we got about a half an hour, so we should be able to finish that today. We've got about 3 or 4 more panels to go up there, and then these boxes have all of the panels that are gonna finish the rest of the deck roof. And that's all of the roofing for our entire property. So I'm very excited to get all those panels up, all the trim done, and say so long to roofing for hopefully a very long time. But let's go make sure this guy can pick up these panels and drop them where I need to. How you doing?
I have to come back up.
Yeah. Can you pick that all up in one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
The big one's a little weird.
If you can just come up and turn around and drop them right where that panel's laying, that would be perfect.
Let's see if I can get that big one.
Okay, let's do it. You know, at least it is a beautiful fall day up here. The leaves are starting to change color, which is normally like a little source of anxiety for me, but I'm just welcoming the adventure. If it's gonna snow early, if it's gonna be crazy this winter, bring it on, baby. I'm ready for it. But right now, it's just nice and sunny. It's not too hot, it's not cold. It's just comfortable.
You guys should be done already.
Oh yeah, right. I'll be here till...
The way it feels right now, you haven't got a lot of time.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Yeah, this guy knows. When it's cool up here, you know that all it takes is one little storm to come through and you're gonna be covered in snow. Hoping we got a little more time though.
Just getting a delivery of some more roofing material that we've been looking forward to and need in order to finish the roof. And I don't know what happened to me today. Actually, I know exactly what happened to me. I have been exclusively breastfeeding Billy, but this can happen if you're pumping or nursing or a new mom. I had a clogged duct this morning, a clogged milk duct. It like hurt so bad. My whole body was throbbing. I was trying to just walk it off, drink water, take it easy. And then around noon, I started feeling really lightheaded and nauseous. And then around 12:30, I started to get chills and body aches like the flu. And I don't have any flu-like symptoms, but I know that fever comes next, and that mastitis is what follows a clogged milk duct that doesn't get treated right away. And mastitis can actually be fatal if not treated correctly or not treated soon enough. But even when you do get treatment, it is so painful. You feel like you're gonna die. And I've never had mastitis before, knock on wood. But I think that's what was starting to happen. I felt like I couldn't hold Billy without being scared that I was gonna drop him. So I nursed him, I gave him to Jennifer, and I said, I'm just gonna go lay down because I don't know what's going on. And I passed out for about 2.5 hours. I feel a little bit better, but it's just a little bit scary because I've never had to deal with anything like that before. I don't know if anyone else has dealt with mastitis or a clogged milk duct that just like literally wipes you out, takes you to the ground. I would love to know what remedies you used and how long it lasted until you felt normal. I don't have the chills right now the same way I did a few hours ago, and I feel a little bit more like stable, but I also haven't stood up yet. So it's a big day today. We're getting deliveries, we're starting roofing, everything is on track, and I really want to be out there helping Trent and the guys, even just for moral support, but especially to film because so much is happening. And I didn't even tell Trent. I basically texted him and just said, I'm gonna go lay down, I'll be back in a little bit. And then I never I never came back out.
We can move this. Maybe just bring that all the way up here. All I have to say is I am so extremely grateful that companies like Roofer Supply and BMC and stuff have delivery service, and that I don't have to like get a trailer and like figure it out myself on how to get the materials up here. They bring it right up to your doorstep. As long as it's not snowing and the roads aren't in bad shape, they'll bring it up here, and I'm really, really thankful for that.
You guys made so much progress.
Yeah, we've got like 3.5 panels left, so we're gonna get to work and then we're gonna call it a day.
Nice.
And to me, like, I am a firm believer that mastitis is when a woman is so stressed out that she's not resting enough.
That's what I think.
And so that's like if you're just doing too much and you're not getting enough rest.
Yeah.
It's your body's way of like making you stop.
Yeah,
and
shutting
settle
you down.
Yeah.
You will be forced
You
to
will
lay
be
down.
forced to rest.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It is another day, another dollar out here. Allie is actually not feeling well again. She was up all night, sick to her stomach. She had a fever, body aches, chills. Basically, she's sick as a dog. So she is not going to be present at all today. She's going to be staying in bed all day. Jennifer has taken Leo so that all Allie has to do is take care of Billy. But as far as working goes, she's not going to be doing any of that today. So Brandon and Grayson and I are going to be trying to get this last panel that we have to install up on the top of the roof. We got all the panels installed yesterday except for the one end piece. Grayson's cutting it right now. Once we get it thrown up, all that has to happen up there is 3 of the edges need trim, and then we'll be done with that high roof, which will be very nice to have that completely out of the way. I have some deck boards here on the deck that I need to finish up, and once I get done with those, we'll be ready for railings over here. It's really coming together. It's a nice, beautiful, hot, sunny day out here, so let's get to work. So I started this project a few days ago, and then we ended up having to leave, and I got busy, and we've been doing other things on the roof, so I haven't really gotten around to finishing it up. But I cut this board to go around that post right there, this board to go around that post, and then this board has a notch right there that's going to go around that post. And I'm about to cut the last notch out right here. The problem is there's like a sliver of a piece of Trex that's left over right there after I cut this out. So once I cut it, it's gonna be very delicate. It'll be very easy to break it. So I gotta be very, very careful. Then I gotta remove the deck boards that are in the place where this one was gonna go. And then it'll take care of all these gaps. You can see there's a giant gap all the way around the post. The ones over here are even worse. Those gaps are very large. So this board's gonna solve all those problems. Then I actually have about 7 or 8 extra deck boards. I need to do stairs and I need to do some other stuff on the back later, but I'm also gonna replace all of the boards that had previous deck railings mounted into them. So they have big ugly holes in them. So I'm gonna pull those boards out, replace them with new ones. So I'm gonna finish cutting this out, get it installed. Hopefully it goes perfectly. I can hopefully hold this and support it while cutting the rest of this section out and just kind of hold it together. Once it's installed, no one's ever going to be like stepping on this little piece, but the skinniest portion right there, I just felt it go and get like really floppy and loose, which means it's about to fall off. So now I've got to make some really weird, intricate cuts. Hopefully I can do that without breaking it all the way off. And yeah. And I'll never have to deal with this again, hopefully. And there it is, my little sliver cut. I'm gonna grab an impact and I'm gonna try and remove these deck boards that are already installed here. Hopefully I can get this piece installed without any problems or fidgeting around or breaking it, because that would be very sad. things I've been concerned about with this whole process is these deck board screws that get basically stripped. They don't want to pull the board out, so hopefully I don't run into too many of those. Extremely dangerous, finicky part. Really hope it doesn't get messed up, because I will cry. Piece looks good. Well, I could not have a flawless victory. I got a nice tight cut around the posts over here, and over here it's a nice tight fit around the post, but in trying to maneuver it, I broke that tiny little sliver of a piece right there. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to screw it down the way it is, and it'll be fine. Nobody's gonna step right there. You're probably never even gonna notice it, but I will know it's there. But anyway, moving on. All right, well, I just got finished with the deck boards that go around the posts. I got them all cut out. I got them installed now. Even though I broke that one little piece, I am going to have to learn to live with that, unfortunately. But I'm just a little sad. It's like when I get done with stuff like that, I love to have Allie come out and check it out and like show me what she thinks and, you know, tell me it's a great job or that I did a terrible job or whatever. I just like to share in these little milestones and victories or defeats or whatever with her. And the fact that she's not here today is totally understandable because she's sick, trying to recuperate so that she can get better and hopefully be back at work tomorrow. But it's just not the same. You know, when I'm out there working hard and things aren't going my way and she comes out, she usually sprinkles a little bit of positivity, you know, on what I'm doing or some encouragement or, you know, she's always bright and cheerful, and that really changes kind of the dynamic of what we deal with on a day-to-day basis here. Especially, you know, right now, Brandon and Grayson are up on the roof doing trim and I'm down here working on the deck by myself. It's just quiet. It's a little bit lonely. It's a little boring. Leo's not even here. It's just me out here with my thoughts and just kind of missing Allie. So I hope she's at home feeling a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and get back out and get to work. By yourself. Not fun. One of the things that upsets me about like Trex or composite decking in general is that this is like made to specification. It's not like wood where there's like variables. There's all these natural things with, you know, regular dimensional lumber like a 2x6 that makes it, you know, variable in like its dimensions. Trex is so much more variable, and when it gets hot or it gets cold, it expands, it contracts, it bends, it twists, it does all this crazy stuff. So you think that like because it's made perfectly to spec and it's composite, it's not natural, that it won't like have all of these like difficulties that come with using dimensional lumber, but in reality, I think it's actually worse. The good thing is you never have to sand this. You never have to stain it. It's always nice. You're never going to get a sliver from it. So it withstands the weather up here, the sun, the snow, everything. So I can't really complain. But I've got this board replaced. It goes from here all the way to the end. I need to cut the end off and put screws in it. And then I have to figure out how big that is, cut it, get this piece, cut it, and then install those two pieces. And I think that's probably good, at least for the railings to get installed. There's a couple more boards that I think I should replace, and while I have extras, I may as well. It's perfect. I'm not just saying that because I'm over it and I want to go home. Perfect. Everything I do. Just look at this house. Perfect.
Martha came from off the farm, ran right up, jumped in my arms. I said, "You're coming home with me today."
I think that's probably going to do it for us today. I put in a full day's work up here. We got all the panels up on the roof. Grayson and Brandon are about halfway done with the trim, so I would expect by tomorrow they'll be fully done with the trim, and then getting up on top of that roof will be a thing of the past, which we are very much excited for and looking forward to. Still got to do soffit and fascia, but getting up on top of the roof will be a thing of the past. So I did get a bunch of these deck boards cut out and replaced, and pretty much I think we're ready for handrails, which could come tomorrow or could come the next day. So we're looking forward to getting those handrails as well. I'm really just super looking forward to going back down and taking care of Allie, because I guess she is still not feeling very well. So hopefully I can get her repaired, and by morning she'll be ready to go again. We'll see. But I think this is where I'm going to let you guys go. So if you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And we will see you guys on the next one. Adios.
When you lie with me down in the holler, in mansion or squalor, Arthur, where you are is where I'll be. Arthur,